Dead in Hip Hop, 13 years in the game, man. Music reviews is what we do. We are the people. Big Sean, better me than you. Look, stay tuned to the end because the grades and how we feel is definitely worth the wait.
And how we feel.
Big Sean, better me than you, album review. Look, it's been a minute since Big Sean has dropped anything. He led this one off with precision, and that one had my expectations a little bit higher than what I got. Just to be quite honest, with that sample of I don't know what the original sample is, but I know 3 6 Mafia used it, and when I heard that, and I'm like, damn, you know, he I think he made Madden with that too. You know what I'm saying? Like it got a lot of traction, and I like that song. But I'm not gonna front, like, in comparison to the rest of the project, it's only okay. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Big Sean is in this weird place, man. I feel like Big Sean is in this weird place where he's growing as a person, and he's definitely peeling that layer back and letting you know, like, obviously he has a 9-month-old son. You know, he's burying some of his demons that he had with good music and Kanye, you know, and he's talking about elevating, you know, like I really like the song that he was talking about his pops, you know what I'm saying, A Million Pieces. I really feel like that is, again, peeling back the layers. But I just think that there's something with execution, cadence, flow, where it's just not connecting with me. Where it, like, I want to like it because, again, Sean is growing, but it's just the music doesn't, I don't know, it's just not hitting me like that. Like,
he's growing as a person. He's growing as a person, but not as an artist.
Possibly, yeah. Yeah. Because he's up to a lot of the same old. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to his artistry. Yeah, it's just okay. Like, that's the best I can give you. Like, this project, it's not bad, but it's just okay. Like, there's nothing on here that makes me want to, you know what I'm saying, like, have heavy replay value or even bumping in the whip like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's okay.
I'm kind of there with you, man. I think he set me up, bro. Like, I was just telling Ken.
He set me up, bro.
I literally was just telling Ken, yo, Big Sean has been on fire. Like, you ain't heard his features, da-da-da-da-da. And I'm like, man.
His features, his freestyles and stuff.
All of that stuff has been really, really on point. And then even the single, Precision, was good. Like, I was like, oh, okay, he's doing some cool stuff here. You know what I mean? But just like you said, FIFO, it's just, the expectation was just set too high. And the album isn't matching that. And I'm like, why? Like, why does he sound the same? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, there's no real growth. And I'm like, you know, like, oh man, and I want better for Big Sean for whatever reason. Like, I feel like he gets a hard time, and I just want him to just kind of kill it or whatever. But yeah, man, I don't know. He still sounds very, like, youthful. And I know you're older now. You know what I'm saying? You've had life experiences, babies, and I'm just like, what that music at? You know what I'm saying? Like, where is that music? Where is that substance? Like you said, he's up to a lot of the same tricks. He sounded like 5 years ago Drake or something. Like, you know what I'm saying?
He talked about losing a baby on here, didn't he? Didn't he mention something about that?
If he did, Ken, I didn't feel it, and I missed it. You see what I'm saying? Like, if he said something like that, I didn't feel it. You know what I'm saying? And I should have felt something like that. You know what I mean? And I know I'm kind of going off on a rant right now because I'm really like, I'm really kind of disappointed. You know what I mean? Like, I wanted it to be better. And then so I was just searching for reasons, and then I see he's still on Def Jam. So I'm wondering if that had a lot of impact on the direction of this album or whatever. Because I felt like somewhere in there was a good album. Like, there was some songs and content is there. Just like you said, Ken, some of the content is there, but it's not coming together.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to get on. Yeah, go ahead.
No,
I'll say real quick. I didn't want to get on here and bash Big Sean. Like I think that's like a a thing, but it is what it is. I don't not bashing him. I'm just saying, man, this ain't it. Like I'm sorry, like this ain't it. And I don't know if this label or whatever is why that's the case or what, but yeah, this ain't it.
I 100% agree with you. It's something that you said that you contextualized better than I could have. It sounds juvenile to a degree. It still sounds young. I think some of it is some of the similes where he's trying to be funny but serious at the same time, and it's like that doesn't go over well. Like it doesn't strike the chord that you're wanting it to strike in the way that you wanted to strike it, and that's why, like, it's hard for me to really expound outside of saying it's just okay, because he's come a long way lyrically. Like, I can't say that it's horrible. I can't say that the cadence and the flow, the beats is horrible, but it's like it just didn't hit, especially when you compare it to some of the songs that's on here. Like, again, I'm gonna go back to Precision because that one set my expectation very high. I heard that, bro. Like, I remember when that song came out. And I played it. My son he got up and he was hyped. And I'm like, oh yeah, this is a joint. But then again, the album just doesn't live up to that. And then, like Typecast. Like, that is conceptually a great idea, but it doesn't punch you the way that it should punch you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't typecast me into a box. I'm bigger than all of these things, but it's like, you come away from that song, it's like, okay. Like it doesn't elicit any emotion. And we talked about Mavi, right? Like, Mavi, just with his voice, and I can't remember the name of the song, I'm bad with names, but the song where he's like drowning, it's like his voice elicits an emotional reaction, where Big Sean, his entire song doesn't do that. His entire album doesn't do that. And I'm not trying to bash, I'm just being honest with my analysis and my critique. You know what I'm saying? If it comes off that way, I apologize. I'm just saying that it doesn't hit the way it should, because the content is there. What, like, the growth, like you said, Rod, like, as a person, the things he's going through, the things that he is divulging is there, but it just doesn't affect me emotionally as a listener, and that's the sad part about it.
Right. It's almost like he's trying to be too cool. You know what I mean? Like, nigga, like, be vulnerable. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
We want to hear that in your voice. We want to hear that in your tonality. We want to hear that. And he's just the same throughout the whole thing. If you're talking about losing a child, you that should feel different. The way
it was on Boundaries when he mentioned, it was on Boundaries, he mentioned something about having a miscarriage. Or he said something about, until you have a miscarriage, blah, 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 blah. So, that was the lyric that I was referring to.
I got you. Another way it set me up, too, I forgot, because it's a bonus, is the Alchemist track. I was like, okay, he pulling Alchemist in here. He got Precision. And this is before the album hit. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. My expectations are way, way too high for this. I think, like, this is not doing it for me. But I'm not apologetic about it. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like how same thing with Benny the Butcher or whatever. It's like, it is what it is. Same thing with this. You know what I'm saying? It's not a bash session, but this is just my honest opinion. Like, I don't feel the pain. I don't feel it just sounds like you're just one way throughout the entire project. And that's not working for me. It's just not working for me.
I'm pretty much on the same wavelength as Rod. Like, I feel like, coming off of Detroit 2, which is still my favorite. It's still my favorite album by Big Sean. It's like, that's still the album I listen to whenever I'm in the mood to listen to Big Sean, is Detroit 2. I know he released the EP with Hit Boy like a little bit after he released that, which was his first.
Did you like it?
Not really.
Okay.
But it kind of like Rod, I was just like, oh man, he's been having some good features. He been in his interviews, he's just talking about like how, how much hard work he put into this album, and how, I'm just thinking like, okay, cool, he just had a son. I'm like, I think this album might be pretty good. So my expectations level was a little up there. So yeah, when I listened to this, I was just kind of like, yeah, it just kind of end up being background music after a while. Every time when I was listening to it, it just kind of just end up drifting to the background. It was it was some standout tracks. There were definitely some standout tracks, like the Precision, Boundaries was dope. I like Black Void with Thundercat. That was dope.
I knew you would like that one.
Oh yeah. I like Typecast and Break the Cycle. I thought those were solid joints. But like, yeah, just kind of the rest of it just was just fluff for me. I mean, you know, it wasn't no staying power for me. I was just like, I don't know what it was. I don't know if I was just set up. I was expecting something more. I was expecting him to be like super personal, or like Ken, like you mentioned, I think you said it, like he mentioned about him losing the boy. I'm like, you would think that would be a standout lyric or something for him to like really kind of make you feel that, and you didn't feel that. You know, if he did talk about it, I missed it because
it was the miscarriage. He said, so until you suffer a miscarriage. So, you know,
I don't know. Yeah. It sounded like he was taking steps back with this album. I was hoping from Detroit too. I'm like, okay, cool. A Big Sean. I'm ears now. You got my ears. Like, you know, I'm thinking he was going to kind of be on an up and up, but yeah, no, this was definitely a letdown for me. Like I said, maybe it was my fault for having some high expectations coming into this album, but yeah, that could have played a part. But I was just like, it just didn't stick for me at all.
All I can say is better y'all than me. I didn't hear it, bro. Like I didn't hear it, so I went in, you know, where I pretty much was at. Not to saying I don't recall any of them were whack, but
I got you.
I didn't hear like new and improved Big Sean. But overall, though, I mean, I think listening to this, outside of some very, very up-tempo tracks, what I thought was interesting was kind of Big Sean's placement in hip-hop is evolving to where he's turning into this motivational speaker to a certain degree. And it felt like at times there was a lot of that on here, because he had another track that was really very, very uplifting. And it seems like, and you look at the album cover is kind of evoking that sort of thing to a certain degree, where he's wanting to exude all this positivity and be, you know, talk about his life, about certain things, like you have with Apologize, where he's talking about some situation that happened with one of his homies, but he's also kind of vague. And I'm like, well, shit, who you talking about? Because I'm nosy. I'm like, damn, who you talking about, bro? Like, who is it? But we don't really get anything. It was just, you know, this happened and that happened. So I was like, damn, that's kind of interesting to put whoever that person is on blast like that. And I guess that message is for that person and not us, but you're also telling us too. But, and then I think, you know, so, you know, to have that and Apologize. And then I'm with you, B. I thought Black Void was good as well. Boundaries, you know, again, him just kind of talking about, you know, his own situation. I think you get My Life and Together Forever, you know, so it's a lot of Big Sean just really to a certain degree centering himself and just trying to be comfortable with who he is and his place in hip hop and his position in hip hop, which is kind of what he was talking about with Typecast. But you know, it's just like the mixture of those, I don't think was enough, because then you'll go to the joint he had with Gunna, and then you had Yes, and then you had, of course, you already talked about Precision. But my God, I think probably one of the worst tracks on here is This and That with Bryson Tiller and Kodak Black. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all somebody that I've been starting to kind of feel, you know, in terms of rapping, Kodak Blackman's kind of catching my ear on some features he's been doing a little bit. I don't know what that was. I don't know what Bryson Tiller was doing. Bryson Tiller, I could just said, fuck singing. He just gonna rap sing. So because he was like a rapping Keith Sweat. It was like, what in the world is going on here? It was like, bro, why did you pick him of all people? I thought the beat on Million Pieces was good. I thought Larry June, I didn't think he stood out, but I thought he sounded good over that production, which is a Larry June June production, even though he really didn't I felt like he didn't really say shit or really rap. It's just Larry June talking, which is a Larry June sort of thing. But overall, I think for me, the production on here was really, I really like the production on here with some of these tracks. Even that joint, because B, I know you recognize that Who You Are Superstar. I know I know y'all recognize that. Not just B, I know you recognize that one too, Rod.
Who You Are Superstar.
Yeah. I thought that was dope. Then he followed up with Yes, at the Gunna joint, and then he brought it back down with the Apologize joint, and then the skits. Like, why are we doing skits in 2024 with the Focus skit, this Clarity thing
with the Rock talking to him?
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. That's another example of Big Sean just like, bro, just go do a masterclass, bro. You're trying to instead of putting it on this album in bits and pieces here, but
you know what, Ken? Like, I've never heard this phrase before. Sophie said it, fake deep. And like talking about, oh yeah, like one of my best friends now is The Rock, and then The Rock is on it. It felt fake deep. You know what I'm saying? And, I'm not bashing the fact that Rock is giving him, the congrats on having a baby boy and all of that, but it didn't feel necessary. Like, what value did that really add outside of a flex of like, yeah, like I'm cool with The Rock? Like it didn't add. I'll put it to you like this. It kind of lends to the corniness that still exists within Big Sean even to this day, right? Like, because I've given him all the praise. There are projects that we like collectively, individually, but there's still a bit of corn. You know what I'm saying? And there it goes. It reared its ugly head right there. And it's like, it was not necessary. It didn't add any value to the song itself.
Yeah.
Is he like the Godfather or something? Like, I don't know.
I don't know. Did you like Larry June?
He was cool. I felt like I agree with your take in the sense that's the track that you would put him on. I don't know. Like it wasn't a standout. It wasn't a standout.
Larry June's track featuring Big Sean was better.
100%. 100%.
Yeah, that and I know you recognize the other one. You and Rod, you probably do too, FIFO. One Up, that Jodeci.
Oh yeah.
Own up.
Yeah, but yeah. I mean, I'm liking that song because I know the sample. It's exactly. Like you're cheating. It's what I said about Marsh Ambrosia, bro. You're cheating.
He did it on a few joints where he used like samples to play on the heartstrings. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yep. But
yeah. I mean, because even Precision, you can say that about Precision too.
So y'all didn't think the rapping was still there with him? Is it the rapping or the content?
I think Big Sean can rap. You know what I'm saying? I've never really had a big problem with Big Sean's rapping ability. It's just passion, man. I just don't feel the passion behind the rapping. That's what I'm missing with him, I think. And some of the content don't really hit for me. I wanted to hear more growth, man. And I just didn't hear it. I didn't hear it. Like, you're talking about 4 years.
Yeah. Well, I was trying to ask, like, growth in what areas? It content or like what type of growth?
Like, he still sounds like he did 4 years ago. Like he literally said, "My dick is iconic." Like,
oh well.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we what are we talking about? Like, why are we still on that? Like we've heard you say stuff like this before. You know what I'm saying? He said something like, he said, "I don't fuck with you." I should have said, "I don't fuck with none of y'all." Like, I don't know. It's just we already heard you say these things. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Like, there's like a little bit of growth is sprinkled in there, but not enough. Not enough, man. It just wasn't enough. I want to hear what FIFO says all the time. I want to hear grown man rap. This did not sound like grown man rap. This sound like he's still in his whatever stage he was 5-10 years ago. Like, you're rapping about the same things for the most part.
I feel like if you do that, then they need to be big hits. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, you don't have no big hits on here. Like, I would say Precision is probably the biggest hit on here, but it's like, I feel like there's a balance, right? Like, if you're not going to exhibit the growth that Rod is talking about, and I 100% agree, right, with the grown man rap, then give me the hits that I could just unanimously play. And it's like, they don't even have that. And I feel, I'm bringing this person into it, you mentioned him too, but like Drake, like that's how Drake has been able to survive. Even if we say that the project is mediocre, there's still like 3 to 5 hits. It's, I'm playing this. Like, everybody's playing it. Outside of Precision, what song is people going to play off of this?
He doesn't have, there may be a couple of other. Precision
There might be a couple.
Yeah, I think there's.
might be
Break
a
the
couple.
Cycle was dope too. Did you like Break the Cycle, B?
With Charlie Wilson.
Yeah, with Charlie Wilson, I like the break cycle. I think I mentioned that. I thought I mentioned
Okay.
that. Yeah,
It's all right. It's all right.
yeah, I liked it.
It ain't hitting the way it should hit. But it's good. It's one of the better joints on here.
I think Yes could be a banger.
Where he says
Ken,
no
the fact
damn.
Ken, the fact that you say could be means that it ain't.
All right, man. You're just being
just
unfair
saying.
to Big Sean, bro.
I'm
That man
not.
ain't
I'm
do
being-
nothing.
He said you being
bro.
unfair to Big Sean, bro.
well, let's see how the grades stack up. All right, so look, we rate our flow, lyrics, production, features, execution, replay value, and the overall. I'm gonna go around the room. Modest, I'm gonna start with you. What do you rate the flow?
I give Big Sean a B on flow. I think he has an iconic flow. I think he's honed in on a flow that works for him. So I think it's a solid flow that he's honed in on. I give it a B.
Bet. Cam, for you?
I'm with Rod. I gave him a B.
Beezy?
B minus.
I'm at a C plus. C plus. Lyrics for you, Rod?
I'm at that C plus on the lyrics. Yeah.
Ken?
C minus.
Okay. Beezy?
C.
I'm with you, B. I'm at a C. Production, Rod, where you at?
Production, I'm not as crazy as Ken about the production actually. So I'm at a C on the production.
Okay.
Woof.
What about you, Ken?
Yeah.
That man roughed him up, bro. I'm at a B on the production. There was some good production on here. I thought.
You know what it might be, man? I think it's just I think he brought down the production for me. Like the production actually may be good, better than a C, but with him on it, it just made it sound average.
Damn.
I don't know.
Damn.
Sorry.
Beezy, where you at on the production?
B minus.
Okay, I'm at a B. Features for you, Rod, where you at?
I'm at a C, average.
Okay. Ken?
Oh man. I'm gonna go C. And it was almost a C minus because of Bryson Tiller and Kodak. Really off Bryson Tiller. But yeah, some of the other ones were strong enough to pull it up.
C minus.
I'm at a C on the features. Execution, Rod, where you at?
I'm at a C minus on execution. He lucky he didn't get a D.
Okay. Ken?
I'm with you, Rob, man. I'm at a C minus as well.
Beezy?
For replay?
No,
C.
Not execution.
Oh, execution?
Yeah.
C.
I'm at a C minus. Replay value, Rod, where you at?
I'm not playing this. I'm at a D. I'm not putting this album on. I may put a couple songs on like that I've already been listening to, but I just
Ken?
I'm going to go C minus because I do like some of the production on here, but I was sitting at a D plus.
Beezy?
I could have went D plus. I could have gave him that plus.
It don't matter much.
Yeah, it don't. I mean, that's what I gave a D plus. So yeah,
That's crazy.
Don't matter.
Yeah, we're pretty much all in agreement. I'm at a D plus as well on replay value. Overall for you, Rod?
I like Big Sean, and because I like him, I'll give him an average grade of a C. You know,
Okay. Ken?
Overall, what would I grade this? I'm gonna stick with the C-.
Okay. Beezy?
I'm gonna go C-.
Okay, I'm at a C. I'm at a C in the overall. I think it's average. It's average. It doesn't show any growth.
It's not even super solid, is it?
It's not. It's barely solid. It's barely solid.
Yeah.
It's gelatin.
It's like when you leave the butter out. It's like when you leave the butter out and it look like it's solid.
Yep.
But it's actually not solid.
Y'all did this man dirty, bro.
We did. Yeah, look.
Y'all been hyping this man up for years.
Hey, man, he been killing the features, kid. He been killing the features, bro. He been killing the features, bro. B can attest. B can vouch.
Yeah, B. Yeah, I heard B. I heard all
He
y'all.
been killing the features, man.
yeah.
For real.
He set us up for real.
He set us up for real. Maybe it was the label, man.
Nah.
Maybe he wanted to make a different album.
Right, we've had enough history and experience with Big Sean to know that I don't think this is label driven. I think this is just where Big Sean is. You know what I'm saying? But let me ask y'all this: do y'all want to hear the next one, or is like the next one is like, yeah, I'm kind of over Big Sean, or are y'all still slightly interested to be like, okay, let's see if the next one is different?
I'll always listen because I'm just nosy and I love music. So I'm going to listen just to see what he's doing.
But you're not anticipating it.
You don't anticipate album.
No, not at all.
Okay. Y'all, Beezy, Rod?
This is my shot.
We got to review it.
Yeah, this was my shot, and he let me down.
Got you.
So now I'm like, now I think you're gonna trick me. So even if you start, releasing stuff that sounds like I might like it, I think maybe you're gonna trick me at the end.
Or maybe just reset the expectation that he's not an album rapper. Maybe he's just a singles guy.
Well, see, that's not true because we like them. Like I said, Detroit 2.
Dark Sky Paradise.
What is it? Dark Sky, something like that. Everybody.
Dark Sky Paradise.
Like
I got to listen to this Detroit too. Everybody talk about that one like it's
we reviewed
really
it. You don't remember? You must have didn't like it.
Did I like it? I don't remember. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, look, you already know what it is, man. The conversation after the conversation is in the comment section. Like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one. We out. Peace.